Mi nombre es Katiuska, and you're here today because you want to learn new vocabulary, but you're not sure which is the right method to do it. I'm going to give you right now the fastest and better method to learn vocabulary and don't die in the process. Learning vocabulary is one of the most important things you can do. It is not just about being able to recognize new words and understand their meaning, but also about learning how to use those words in sentences. It is important to learn as many types of words as possible. These include common words that are easy to find in any dictionary and uncommon or technical words that might be more difficult to find in a dictionary but are still worth looking up. You will see that these words are used repeatedly in your readings, so it is essential that you know how to interpret them as soon as possible. But it can be a daunting task if you don't know where to start. So here are some tips for learning vocabulary quickly. First, you have to learn the cognates. There are many words in Spanish that have the same spelling as English, and although we don't realize it, we already know these words. They are the same word in English and in Spanish, and they have the same spelling and have exactly the same meaning. The only thing that changes sometimes is the pronunciation. Now, if you want to learn what this list is, I recommend you download the totally free list of my page. It's called Cognates. The second one is the graphic equivalences between Spanish and English. Spanish has a vast vocabulary that can be difficult to expand upon and identify. Luckily, there are simple techniques that can make the process easier. You must know that there are several Spanish words that have English counterparts, but with a slightly different spelling. The technique I want to show you includes learning some graphic equivalences, which means that there is a pattern which by changing only one letter in a word, you can tell how this word is spelled in Spanish. To help you with your vocabulary expansion, I have put together a list of Spanish words which has English counterparts that has been simplified for easier identification. This will help you to expand the words that you already know and make it easier to identify new words. The third one is the equivalent suffixes. Many of the words between English and Spanish have easy to recognize equivalents between their suffixes. This means if you know the word in English and you know the corresponding suffix, you can correspond the word in Spanish. See? In this way, you can know thousands of words by just knowing the word in English and matching the suffix in Spanish. In this sheet, I will leave you a list of the most common suffixes between English and Spanish. It will be very useful to speak fluently without having to think too much to remember new words. Now, you can know thousands of words by just knowing the suffixes. You just have to be careful because there are some words that do not meet this criterion, like exceptions. However, it is useful to use it because 90% of the time the words follow this criterion. So I hope you try it. And the last one is try memorizing short stories. By learning the situations and the phrases that are used in them, you will be able to better understand what's being said. This will also help you become better at retaining information. Learning vocabulary for different situations can be a daunting task, but there are ways to make the process easier. One way is to memorize phrases instead of just words. This can help you remember what the word means in different contexts. Additionally, listening to short stories can help you learn new vocabulary and improve your listening skills, which is going to be great for you. So if you think any of these advices are going to be helpful for you, please don't hesitate to give the like button. And if you want to keep watching videos like this, please subscribe to my channel, which I'm going to have many different videos to help you with your process of learning Spanish. If you enjoyed this one, I hope to see you in the next one. Adiós.